start this video off. I hope you listen to the end, but I'm going to start this off for my AMC people, my viewers that have been around with me. If you had a choice in this elections for the United States president, and no selection was Ken Griffin or Adam Aaron, who would you vote for? Drop in the comments. I'm curious.
Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
What's up, guys? Fair warning, once again, some of you may not like this, but maybe you'll make it through it. Maybe you just might listen. Now, I did the same thing for over a year and a half, talking and warning about what Mr. Adam was for my AMC viewers. And if y'all remember correctly back then, if you spoke bad against Adam or tried to point out what Adam Aaron of AMC was doing, you were attacked, you were called a shill. You remember that? All those things. We were hated. I became hated. I lost a lot of viewers, a lot of people that might have supported me because they needed and desired or desperate or wanted to stay in the in crowd, that they knew that Adam was supporting AMC shareholders, right? And I'm telling you, the situation with Kamala is just like that. Dealing with folks in my comment sections, dealing with people that have TDS, Trump deranged syndrome, or whatever it may be against Trump is the same exact scenario that I dealt with when I was talking about and pointing out to my viewers about Adam. Exactly the same. And I'm going to give you a quick story to show you how. So a couple years back when I was on Twitter, there was a group chat that I had with a couple of vets, right? And a couple other people, two Army vets and a Marine, right? And the one Army vet, he didn't hold back. Most of the time we don't. He was constantly pointing out what Adam was doing. And this was prior to me even talking about Adam in any of my videos. But he saw it back then. He started talking about it in our group chat. And I started talking to one of the other older vets, Pop, about it as well, but he started saying how negative it was. He didn't like the way this guy was talking. He couldn't handle it. We need to support Adam, right? And I was playing Switzerland. I kind of knew too, it made sense about Adam, but I also knew that you can't disrupt the sheep. You can't disrupt what's happening, because if you cause disruption, right, you create this division, and everybody was like, you trying to divide. So I was denying the truth. I was playing Switzerland between the two. But unfortunately, Pop ended up blocking the other one because he didn't want to deal with it, even though we were like buddies, dude. We talked every night, right? We're vets. But Pop couldn't handle it anymore. So he booted him, right? I still talk to him. I actually still talk to that guy, Ronnie, to this day. I think he's a cool guy. Pop, I have no idea what happened to him, because guess what? Pop was so needed. He had his entire 401k retirement. He was older, tied up, and he needed AMC to run. He needed it to squeeze. He needed desperately to believe in Adam, and that Adam was here to make a difference. He needed to believe in the story. So when I started to talk about and point out, hey, Pop, from one vet to another, man, look what Adam is doing. Look at the clear manipulation he's doing to you. Well, guess what happened? He blocked me too. He wanted nothing to do with me because he could not handle it. I wish I could find him now and say, hey, man, we tried to warn you. I don't know. Maybe he's still sucking up to Adam. Maybe he's still down that route and still down that path of wanting to believe that Adam was there. But just like with Kamala and the people, where did she go for the last 3 years? Now all of a sudden she wants to implant herself and be there for you and say that I'm going to help you, and we're going to, day one, we're going to fix things. Remember what Adam did? Adam toured the theaters to smooge 23 or 26 theaters in a year and a half, to smooge everybody over to get what he wanted. And just like a good Democrat, what did Adam do? Oh, he got what he wanted, used you, abused us, and then bolted and said, Bye-bye. And the thing is even with Adam, I tried so hard with the bootlickers. I had his own words, his own voice on recording that I played over and over and over again. Here you go. He's not the man you think he is. I had it. I showed it. And even then they still defended it. Even then they still said it was fake. Even then they said, no, that's not true. Adam can never do that. Or, you know what? He meant something else. They made every excuse in the book with denial because they did not want to believe that Adam used and abused him. Now look where we're at. Sorry, but I wasn't wrong. Neither was anyone else that decided to finally step forward and identify the truth of what was happening. But unfortunately, doing that brought heat on me. People didn't like me. I got attacked. I got abused with words. I got threats, literal threats. My family talked about all that stuff because they were so dead set on AMC squeezing and Adam was going to help make it happen. And all I got to say, if you're still listening and you're one of those dudes on Twitter, you're one of those social media influencers that came after me and talked to me, was I wrong? Was I wrong? Was I trying to help you? Was it coming from my heart and from my soul? And that's the same thing I'm doing with Kamala. I've said it before. I am not a MAGA guy. I am not a freaking Trumpster or this big, oh, I worship Trump. Never been that. But when I see clear manipulation and I see something that is happening, I'm going to talk about it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can hate Trump. You can have these feelings towards Trump and all this stuff, but that's what they're using. That's how they manipulated you with AMC and Adam. They're using those emotions and those feelings. And I have played video after video and shown you from Kamala's own voice and own words how she is not fit to be a leader of our great country. But you can't see it. You know why? Because you don't want to see it. You are so hung up on hating Trump. And how do I know that? Because those of you leaving those comments, your defense is not in defense of her. Your defense is in attacking of Trump. You think that when I put out a video about Kamala, that you think that your response should be attack towards Trump. I got to make sure I put this in the first part of the video. I'll make a separate video of it, or separate to put back a clip. But that's what you think. When you not are seeing the clear manipulation, you are okay with the fact, and I'll say it for the umpteenth time, you're okay with the fact that they took away your right to vote. They took away your right to make the decision when they pushed out Biden and installed Kamala because you don't care, because you want Trump to lose. So it doesn't matter to you. You gave up a freedom. You gave up a right because of your emotions. They snuck that in on you. I've said it before. Just like Adam. People gave up their rights and everything when he snuck in ape on you. When he snuck in the reverse and convinced you. And these influencers are out there convincing you that that was the way. And where are they at now? How can you not see the clear manipulation? And then the pure manipulation with the media. Look at that interview that I showed in this video. Look how 60 Minutes had to edit it to try to make Kamala look better because they know she is nothing but word salad. Everybody in this nation and the world knows that. But again, you're so convinced that Trump is so bad that you're willing to give up freedoms. You're willing to give up the future of our country to install her because they're telling you to. The media is telling you to. Hey guys, I am not fighting for Trump. I'm fighting against the manipulation. I am fighting against what is clear as day and what is happening to you and my fellow Americans every single day. You guys keep falling for it because you're emotionally convinced in your heads that Trump is bad man. I get it. He probably is. He's a pretty bad man. But again, that question I asked you at the beginning of this video, are you going to choose Ken Griffin or are you going to choose Adam Aaron if that was your choice for president of the United States? Who would you choose? You see my point? But that's okay, guys. I get it. You're going to leave your comments and you're so convinced, but will you please just sit back, pull Trump out of the equation for a minute and ask yourself, what are the Democrats doing to you? What is the media doing to you? Why is all the left wing, liberal side, all these media companies and everything forcing Kamala down your throat like she's the hero? Think about that. Just for a minute, I want you to think about that. thinking? Yeah, think hard and long and ask yourself why. I wish it was a different guy than Trump at this point. I really do. I wish it was Vance. But look where we're at. What are they doing to you? And why are they manipulating you? And why was Adam Aaron manipulating you? And where is he now? He's your buddy, right? But where did he go? He went to all those theaters. He used and abused. He got what he wanted and he disappeared. I promise you, if Kamala wins, same thing. She could care less about you. Just like they don't care about Biden anymore. Can you believe that? They loved him. He was the greatest. They supported him. They defended him. They told him he was the best and all this stuff. But for the greater good of the country or the greater good of the Democratic Party, Biden is no longer important. She is trying to distance herself from him. Is that how you're supposed to be treated as human beings? Discard you like Adam Aaron did because you are no longer useful? Think about that. That's what they did to Biden. He's supposed to be your boy. And I want you to remember something. Trump is just a Democrat walking around parading as a Republican. He came from there. He spent his entire career as a Democrat. So look what's happening. What do they say? The roost come home to roost or whatever. Think about that, guys. It's right there, clear as day. But just like with Adam Aaron, I'm getting pushback and being hated because the truth is in front of your eyes, but people refuse to see it, just like they refuse to see it with Adam. They're pulling a pop, being a papa. Sorry, but I was right about Adam then, and I'm right about Kamala now. You just can't see it because of how much you despise Trump, and I understand. They're telling you to do it, and Trump has done plenty of things that you have read, seen, or heard, or spoken to feel that way. But just think about your country and where it's headed and who you really want as a true leader.